Hello everyone, Mrs. Lemo here. Today we're going to review what Clever Portal is and how we can use it in our classrooms. Clever Portal is a place for teachers to discover, learn about, and adopt new resources to use in their classroom. Resources in the library can be added to the teacher's page for easy access for students and other teachers. And it gives the students a single login for their learning programs and resources that we use. So we used to have it where it was in our BCPS when we had to log in and they had limited access to certain programs that we used. Now we have the Clever Portal, which has many more applications, and we can add more when we want to. So who uses it? The students use it, teachers use it, and the administration and tech leads use it. Students cannot really manipulate their Clever Portal, but classroom teachers can add to their classroom page. They can add what applications the students have. They can hide applications for a while and turn them back on. And administrative tech leads can add for the entire school. So how does it work? So it takes our Infinite Campus information and then shares it, and then the apps are populated, our classrooms are populated. So every class that is on your Infinite Campus gradebook, you will have a class in your Clever Portal. Assuming that your roster is up to date, everything should be good to go. So where do we find it? It's on the desktops. You'll notice usually a blue square with a white C. Now on some of the laptops and computers, it is a blank piece of white paper similar to copy of paper, but underneath says Clever Portal. It's also, you can access it by going to a web address. There's a quick link on the city's webpage, or just going to clever.com/in/BCPSS. If you just go to clever.com, you will usually have to type in the school name and then select that, then go to log in. And soon it is going to be an app. So logging in, make sure you always choose the teacher option when you log in. Students will choose the student option. Okay, so why would we want to use this? Well, it's a single sign-on. That way, we don't have to keep typing in our information. The students don't have to keep typing in information. They're always going to use their ID number and then the password set. And if they have to put an email address in, it's their 7-digit ID number at bcpss.org. It allows our rostering. It's all there. We don't have to add students to the programs and the platforms. It's personalized. You can make what is available, what is not available, add new things, take things away. Just like that, you can customize it. And we have badges for our younger students. So apps the students see can be managed in 3 different levels: by the district, by the school, and by teachers. So Chromebooks. We have the capability of printing badges out for the students to log into Clever. However, they already have to log into the Chromebook, most likely with their credentials. So once a student logs into Clever, though, it takes them automatically to that launched application. Sometimes, though, it has to save a password, which you can put in a Chrome extension, and it's used within Chrome and already logged into them, and it saves it. They don't have to keep logging in every time they go. So if it's not already synced with a single login, it'll save it for them, so that way they don't have to keep typing in. Sometimes, like on code, if a student has already created an account, or you create an account for them for a website before it was added to Clever, you have to sync it. So they log in automatically with that, and then they can sync their accounts. I highly recommend always using Clever when the option is there to log in. Otherwise, use your Google account where the students use their ID number at bcpss.org. So let's take a look at the Clever page. You notice at the top here we have log in as a student and log in as a teacher admin. So when we get to your teacher page, you'll have your apps, whatever you've already added to it. And some are already there because they're district added. We also have links to employee ones. You have your classes. Every class that is in your grade book will be here. And then you have what I love, your page. And this is great because you can create a page that has the access for students to get on just for you. And you can create different categories like class resources, or if you're research topics, you can create these different ones for them to go to. And you need to decide if it's going to be visible to students or not visible to students by clicking this button here. Green means it's visible. If you notice, the background color changes. And to add resources to it, it's really simple. You just click, you can create a category, and you can click on the add resource, and you can either scroll through if you already know which one you want to add, or start typing it in, and it will already come up. Now, if you want to explore what applications are out there, click on the library. And it's browse by subject. And you can either go through all the resources, or you can pick a subject and see what is all in there. Now you'll notice there's different categories where if it's an overlapping by a subject. Each one is color coded, the categories. So Share My Lesson has multiple subject matters, whereas Matific only has one. And there's pages upon pages of them that you can add. If you're not familiar with the program, go ahead and sign into it, see what it's like, and then see if you want to add it. If I want to add one to a class, I click on it. And here it's also going to tell you if it's a freemium, free, paid subscription, etc., what grades it's good for, what browsers it works on. And when you're ready to add it, you click the add button, and it adds it to your page. Now, it always adds your new applications into the newly added category, which you can use as a spotlight to introduce new ones. And then after a week or so, if you want to, you can move it to the correct category. Now, on your section, these are all the apps that you've already added for yourself. Now, you'll notice here that you have Clever Class Resources, which is great for if you need instructions on how to log in, if you need some videos that walk you through, if you want to create a poster to share with somebody else. And you can also pull up to help students. And you search for a student's name, and then you can see that if they need a backup code because they're having trouble getting signed up, they're not in there, they give you a backup code. What's also nice is if you go to your classes section, I have yet to test this, but I tried it on one of my regular computers and it did not work. I have not tried it on a Chromebook, but I've been told if you go to launch an app, you can pick one of your programs that you've added, and it will launch to all of the students. But I've told you might have to only do this in the Chromebooks. So I'll play around with it and let you know. But you can also do class logout so they all log off. If you click on just that class, you can also see who is logged in to Clever and who is not. And you can see who is not logged in and who is logged in. So this is just a quick overview, really quick, of what you can do with Clever. So making sure that you go through the library, look at the applications, see which applications set up your page to share with your students, customize it how you want, go through and see what all things. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.